A new off-Broadway musical has some black women saying, girl, you need to see this. SISTAS tells the story of African-American women and takes you along on a memorable musical journey with sounds from Bessie Smith to Mary J. Blige. Here and Now recently got a chance to talk to the producer of the show, three-time Tony winner Hinton Battle, and honorary sister, playwright Dorothy Marcic, along with several of the cast members. It's a story about the struggles, the joy, and the triumphs of being black in America, of being a woman in America.
Our men are being legally lynched in the judicial system, which is just another way for whites to maintain political control, just a modern-day Jim Crow. Now you look at those prisons. Those inmates have brown faces. Most of them are black or Latino. Now you tell me why that is.
You break the law, you gotta pay.
Oh, really? What about the financial geniuses that broke the damn economy? How many of them are in jail? Now, go give me some. I'll wait.
Jennifer Fouché's character is Roberta, a tough woman who's determined not to let go of the painful past.
No respect for us as long as the white man leaves. I'm sorry. You spend your time reading bell books and marrying white gentlemen because they're too soft.
She's that person who's always in the struggle in terms of the black situation. She's always in the struggle. And my opinion often when in taking on different characters is people are, I think, operate from either a place of joy or pain.
Turn me around, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'll just keep on walking. I'll just keep on walking, marching to the free.
Well, it started with my musical Respect, which is the story of women through popular music. And the two African-American women in the cast came to me and said, would you please write something like this for African-American women? Because we don't feel that the songs like I Will Follow Him and Que Sera Sera and Johnny Get Angry about women waiting for Prince Charming to rescue them really speak to us as African-American women.
Dorothy Marcic knew that she was stepping into unfamiliar territory, so she spent years interviewing African-American women.
Everybody I came across, I would ask questions, and some of the lines in the play are taken out of conversations I had with other women trying to understand. I remember asking my friend Adrienne Ewing Rausch, what is it about hair? Black women in hair and the straightening and the weave.
What is it about the weaves, the straightening, the hair? Why can't you just accept what you have?
Black women have the same relationship to our hair that you white women have to your weight. I'm just saying.
Black woman hair issue comes from a long time ago and what we were told about our hair. You know, in Africa, nobody was telling us we needed to straighten our hair. It was a part of our history as African Americans when we were brought here and we were told what to think about our noses and our eyes and our lips and our hips and our hair. And now we can laugh about it and now we embrace it. But what did we have to go through on that journey to embrace it? When did it go from how can I look most like what I'm told I should look like to I love what I look like and don't you wish you looked like me? You know? What I love about the writing and what Dorothy has done is we don't have stereotypes as much as we have archetypes of women. And I feel that each of us is actually sort of a part of Grandma Alice. You know, each of us represents who she was as a woman as well. She was very active in civil rights and obviously very passionate about where we could be and can be and should be as a people.
And this full-of-life sister on and off the stage, whose credits include Hairspray and Little Shop of Horrors, is the only member of the original production of SISTAS.
Dorothy looked at us at the first table read and said, I'm not black. And of course we had the best time with that. I looked at her and I said, I can't work this way. You know, it was funny. And we didn't know you weren't black. And she said, you know, I need you all. I know what I want to say, but if I've been clunky, you know, or if I can't quite pick up how it really would be translated via the experiences of a black woman in this country, then I want you to do that. So we had the privilege during the table work to go through and say, well, you know, Dorothy, blah, 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 blah. Or we might say this, or we don't really say African American among ourselves really that much. We just say black.
All the single ladies, 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 put your hands up in the club.
I've worked with Dorothy. I've actually directed another one of her shows called Excerpt. So I was very familiar with her, and we've worked on a couple of other projects.
The producer of Sistas, Hinton Battle, is one of the most respected shining stars on Broadway, and his work speaks for itself.
I've done a lot of theater directed by blacks, directed by whites, and it's very different. And a lot of it is schooling, if they're open enough to be schooled. In this situation, Dorothy is very smart. She knew she was doing this topic, and she was smart about it. And it makes it a brilliant show. This is a show that you will definitely connect to. You will not sit there and think, oh, well, that is just not how it would be said. You know, we get a lot of this, in the show where the audience are talking back, male and female, to the stage. And that, to me, is theater. That's, you know, theater's interactive. It's great.
April Nixon brings both her Broadway and television experience to Sistas. She's performed all over the world and appeared in Cats, Tommy, and the TV series Law & Order and The Wire.
The show is my life. It really is. I mean, I have 6 brothers and 3 sisters, so I come from a big family. I was the baby, but I have a little brother and a little sister. So I know what that's like, you know, to have the hierarchy in sibling, you know, that always has the right answer, even though you don't want to hear it.
He's a good man, Mom. The way he treats him, he loves you. He does, and I gotta meet him in 15 minutes.
That's
He's
right.
not too patient.
Oh, so he calls the shots, huh?
Everything that we talk about in the show, from race to religion to sex to music, it's all to teach my daughter, who's not trying to hear any of it. She just wants to get out of the attic.
Lexi Rhodes plays the role of Tamika, a typical teenager whose family is determined to teach her about her roots and reality.
I think that this show is Tamika's awakening, in a sense, of her family being able to give her that connectivity to her heritage and her past through music. I think teenagers are definitely going to relate to this. I mean, you always have these adult figures in your life giving you their opinions and what I went through. And I mean, certainly Lexi did not grow up with a cell phone. And I know that kids today have cell phones from the time that they can walk, which is very strange. But, you know, everybody's gonna have an opinion to give to you if they're older. And I mean, definitely being the youngest in the cast, I've definitely been mentored by those beautiful young women.
In the end, this musical journey appears to succeed with the sisters in the audience.
I thought the show was really good. I mean, I liked the musical numbers. I was very interested in it. I liked everything about it. I liked the way they acted. I liked it. It was good. It was really good. Yeah, I think a lot of teenagers could relate.
It was wonderful. It was real. And so anybody who has sisters, whether biological or not, you will completely relate. The songs were relevant. They were right on point. The message was very, very positive. It was just, it's worth coming to see.